welcome to another Plan With Me. We are going to be planning the 9th through the 15th of June, and I'm going to be using the fruit stand kit. Oh my goodness, this is from the little furry background that I have. My planner's sitting on it right now. We took half the hair with it. But like I said, I do have the fruit stand kit from SPC. Here it is. It's all over the place right now, and I don't really feel like putting it back together because I have lots of filming to do today. So we need to just get a move on, because honestly, my day got a little bit frazzled, if I'm being honest with ya. But I do have a build your own bundle here in pink waves, and I chose the cherry and the strawberry washi, and then the fruit underlays in that stunning pink wave situation. We have this freebie which had some fashion peeps on it, and we have the doodles and the scribblers. There's no tall box, so we are going to need 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I think we're going to use those and this. I don't think we're going to use these fashion people because I like to keep things simple. But how are you guys? How is it going? I let myself get really far behind on filming, and today it's the 24th currently. Today I'm really feeling it. I already did film a Plan With Me yesterday. That's how far behind I was. 3 Plan With Me's behind. I need to film a perfect pair. And I need to film for new releases and slash sale details, which is a more I need high energy for that video. I feel like these videos, we're just here for the vibes. And I don't have to be super woo, excited. But for new releases, I am very excited about them. I've just had kind of a less than ideal morning, if I'm being so for real with you right now. And I've been sleeping pretty bad for 2 weeks now. But we're going to use our days of the week from my shop, and these are going to be in font choice 5 unfoiled. Then I'm going to use the date numbers that come in the foil bundle, which are also in font 5. They are going to be in the pink waves, and the holes are going to be hole choice 3 in pink waves. But we'll get right into it. On this Monday, the 9th, Chris and I did some shopping in the morning. We got lunch, then we went to get groceries. I came home and I did laundry. I did some working. I did some reading. And then I think we went over to Andrea's house to have our, what's it called? Our finale for our first magic tournament. I think that was what was happening on that day. What was I reading? I finished listening to the audiobook for my Vampire +1 by Jenna Levine, which will be in a reading books I bought because of BookTuber's video. And I started Shark Heart by Emily Habak, which I read for episode 2 of My Friends Pick My TBR, which is featuring my friend Emily. So that is that. Tuesday I worked, or magic went pretty good. I had come in 4th, and then basically they did the final was between, I think, AJ and Russ ? Russ ended up winning, but we basically started just spent the evening, everybody else, practicing with our new decks that we had made the week prior for our next little tournament. So it was a blast. Tuesday I just worked all day and then did some reading, and I baked strawberry shortcake for a video that will be coming out, the Hannah Swenson episode 2, where I do spoiler-filled reading vlog for the Joanne Fluke Hannah Swenson series, where there are recipes in it, and I make a couple of the recipes in the book. And one was for the strawberry shortcake murder, which I was obviously reading this day. And I did make the strawberry shortcake because it said that the cake portion, it needed to sit in the fridge for 48 hours. So I did that, and I talked to my dad. I don't really remember why, but I did. I went for a walk, and I watched some YouTube. Then on Thursday, this was this week. Okay, I drove Chris to work this day because I was going to a Riley Sager event where I got to like get his new book and meet him, where I got to meet Riley Sager, but I needed the car because Chris just uses my car. It's the only car we have, and we're not really in the business of acquiring another build currently. So I drove Chris to work, and then I called my dad because I call him on Wednesdays. I called him actually twice this day. I called him on the way home as well as on the way to the event, but I went to Target. I was looking for something, but didn't find what I was looking for, but I found some other shit. I wanted the like Target exclusive version of the new Megan Quinn book. I ended up finding it on Thursday, but at my Target, it did not exist. It was all sold out. So I did that. I came home, I did some work, and I did read. I was finishing up, or no, I finished Shark Heart the day before. I was reading, I finished In the Woods this day, which is also for that Emily's video. I finished the Strawberry Shortcake Murder this day, which is for that specific video. And then I did Start in the Likely Event, which is also for the Emily video. Then I drove my little ass downtown to Book People. And like, one thing about me is I'm a scaredy cat, okay? I'm not like a scaredy cat, but I hate driving downtown, and I'm very socially awkward. I'm very anxious, okay? And I get anxious doing things on my own. And I went to this event solo dolo. So I drove downtown, which was it was fine. The drive was fine. But I left giving myself like 45 minutes to get there because it's like an hour, like it's like a 30-minute drive. And I was like, with traffic, I just want to be safe. Oh no, it took over an hour to get there. And so I didn't get like the best seat, but I did get a seat, which like there was more like people at the event than there was chairs. So I was happy I at least got a seat, you know what I'm saying? So I really can't complain is what I'm getting at. But so basically this event was Riley Sager talking about the writing of the book. It was like in conversation with May Cobb, I think was her name. She's like the author of The Hunting Wives or something. I don't know, but they talked about With a Vengeance and like the making of that book as well as like the making of his books in general. And it was very fascinating, and I loved getting the like behind the scenes scoop on all of that. I love shit like that, so it was super fun. And then at the end we all got called upstairs by like, you got like a stamp on your hand of a different animal, and then they called like all the rabbits. I was a deer, and so all of us deer just marched upstairs and got our pictures taken. I got to meet him. He told me he liked my McDonald's backpack. So simply, he's a cool guy because he knows what's good. And it was great. He was super nice. He was really funny, which was awesome. And yeah, I had a great time. Then Thursday, me and Andrea had a little girly day. So she came on over and we played some games, which was fun, of course. And then we went to H Mart for lunch because we just thought that Korean corn dogs sounded delicious, and we just get the kind where it's just like the mozzarella with like the potatoes on the outside. So we went to H Mart to go to OK Dog, so we did that. And then we did go to Barnes & Noble, I think. Andrea had to do a return there. And then H Mart is next to like a different Target because she knew that they didn't have like the Megan Quinn book that I wanted at her Target either. She's like, I would have like seen it because I was looking at the books. And so we were like, let's check this Target. And they had so many bangers, and it was buy one get one 50% off. So I ended up getting 4 books, which was crazy, but it was super fun. And then we're going to go get dinner this night with a bunch of like I just refer to them as the wives, basically the wives of like her like street, her friends and her neighborhood, the neighborhood wives. But they were so kind as to ask if I would want to come, which I thought was so sweetie pie honey bunch. So I went with them and we went to like this Italian place. It was okay. The bread was freaking scrumptious. The Caesar salad was amazing. Just the pasta was just kind of mid, if I'm being, it was very oily, which was strange, but had a good time. And then Friday the 13th, I worked, I read, I had finished up In a Likely Event. Prior to that, I was listening to the audiobook for A Killer's Mind by Mike Omer, which is going to be in an upcoming Reading Ugly Books video, like ugly covers, because the cover is absolutely hideous. So I did do that. I also restarted listening to the audiobook for Game of Thrones, because just like, it's not even for a video, I just had made it like a certain percent in, and so I just like picked that back up and was like, no, Hannah, we're finishing this. So I did get back to listening to that just on my own accord. I got McDonald's for lunch. I believe usually on Fridays, as Chris likes to get his favorite like little thing to order on DoorDash, is called Rosati's, and I hate it there because I wouldn't go so far as to say as I got food poisoning from it, but the one time I got something from there, it made me so sick that I just like was sitting in front of the toilet for hours, like sick. So did that, and I FaceTimed with my friend Christy so that we could have a little catch up this day. And yeah, that was pretty much that. And then we had game night that night. We played a game called yes, I believe called Sidereal Confluence. I believe it was that Friday that we played that, which is always a blast. It's like the most chaotic looking game. Like if you look it up, it's nuts. It's nuts, but we had a really good time playing it. And I won, and I never win that game, so that was actually really stellar. So Saturday I worked all day and I read. I finished listening to a Game of Thrones, as well as I began listening to Drowning by TJ Newman, which is for a YouTube Comments Pick My TBR video that'll be upcoming. Then I watched YouTube. I just put takeout. It was probably McDonald's, if I'm being so honest. I'm pretty sure it was, because we went to Andrea's again for another game night. And I'm like pretty certain we ordered McDonald's. So then Sunday I did work and I did read some more. I finished listening. I listened to a lot. I finished listening to Drowning. Then I listened to all of Death Row by Frida McFadden. It's like a short story, and Andrea was like, girl, you gotta listen to this because this show is so dumb. So I listened to it and in fact gave it 1 star because it was horrible. And then I started listening to The Broken Girls. Well, actually, no, I listened to all of The Broken Girls by Simone St. James for my, again, it's for my Ugly Books video because that cover is hideoso. So I did that, and then I cooked. I made like barbecue chicken and pasta salad for dinner. It was pretty good. I did talk to my dad evidently. Oh, it was Father's Day, so I called him. That would be why. I called him and he called me back because he was busy when I called him. My family had been in town and they had not quite left yet when I called him. So there was that. Okay, so what do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we have what, 5? So we need to use the little, I'm just gonna use these little baddies here, why not? But yeah, so I did that, and then I watched TV. I think this was when I decided, oh, let me check out the new season of Love Island. And yeah, that was a choice that I made that sucked me in so deep, and so much of my sleep was ruined from it. I will be so for real with you, but yeah, that was basically the conclusion of this week, and it's a pretty good one. Can't really complain, nothing to really complain about, if I'm being honest with you. And I do think that this spread is absolutely stunning. It's so pretty for summertime. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we're gonna put in our headers and our deco, and then we will pause. I will take some pictures of this beautiful base, and then we'll zoom on in to the day by day. The time I'm filming this, next week, is my shop anniversary sale, and the anxiety for that is really beginning. It's really creeping on in, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm trying to stay positive. I will be honest. Chris's birthday sale was one of like the worst sales I've ever had. So I'm hoping that this goes better. I'm really excited about the new foils. There's some like really exciting ones, but you guys will already know about all of them. The one that's called Dots is just so fun. Like, I'm obsessed with it. It's so fun to foil with. It foils beautifully. It's just really funky and fun, and I think a lot of like fun childlike pop culture kits is gonna look really nice with, and anything that's like super bright. I'm very excited to use it, but yeah, that's gonna be my last video that I edit today, because that's the video that like I said, I need to like be like ready for, so I need my caffeine to kick in. So you might also be like, well, why wouldn't you do it first if it's the one you need to be the most on for? I feel like I'm kind of like excited to do that video, so like the thing is it's also the only video that has to be done. So if I did it right away, I might just not even do the rest of them, and that would also be bad news bears. Because my plan after I'm done with all of my filming is to begin my editing of probably like 20 videos, if I'm being honest. I have so many videos I need to edit for between like my two channels. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to do it all today, and I have a BG Girlies video to edit. I mean, my first priority has got to be my vlog, because that needs to go up tomorrow, but I'm gonna spend the rest of my day editing, and then that's what I'm also gonna be spending probably a lot of tomorrow doing, is editing, which is fine. It's literally no big deal. It's just like, that's the truth of the matter currently. That's what's gonna have to get done. You gotta get her done. Deco's my least favorite thing to put in, like to place. It's my least favorite step in doing a base, but I hate how spreads look without it in my planner, with the way I plan. I just think they don't look complete without it, and I like them to like hang off the edge and trim them. I don't know, just think it looks nice. But let us zoom in and we will tackle the day by day. Okay, let's get it done. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I'm using font choice 11. Whenever I use something kind of like funky like this, I love to use that font as opposed to like the retro font. I don't know, I just love how chunky it is. You really get a good sense of the foil. And also when I'm using like a really fun foil like Pink Waves, which is criminally underrated in my opinion. I just love how it looks. Okay, so the first thing I'm marking is Chris and I doing some shopping. Where did my icons go? So I'm gonna grab the mini little things icon of the shopping bag. Again, it's gonna be in Pink Waves, of course. And then Chris and I got lunch, so I'm gonna grab like the little takeout bag here. We went to Cobble Bob's, and then we got groceries, so I'm gonna get the grocery cart mini icon. And I did laundry, so I'll grab the laundry basket mini icon. And we'll grab our scripts. Okay. Looking at this, I'm like, I wish I would have used this in my everyday planner so I could have stared at it all week. It's so pretty. I'm going to grab the shopping script from the foil bundle, so that'll be in font choice 6. But then the rest of my scripts here are going to be in font choice 11 from my custom multi. I technically use an XL custom multi. We have 2 different sets of custom multi in the shop. We've got the regular custom multi where you can put 30 scripts on it, or we have the XL where you can get 60. Laundry. Doesn't that just look so good with that chunky font? Ugh, I love it. Then down here, I'm going to mark that I did a little bit of work. I did a wee bit of reading. And we had our little magic night. I'm going to grab the yellow flag. Perfect. You can really see the fun pattern there. Sorry, it's my shit that I need to discard. It's in my way. Okay. So for working, I'm going to grab the laptop from the doodles. For reading, I'm going to grab the book from the mini icons sheet. And we do full sheets of quite a few of these icons. If there's any you'd like a full sheet of that's not currently available, just let me know and I can make that happen. Then we need Lottie playing her cards because we played Magic, and Magic is indeed a card game, in case you did not know that. Read and game night. Night and game. How cutie pie is that? Moving on to Tuesday, we're going to do the Hannah Classic, where we put a big old chunky box in here. And then I will grab, whenever like this is solid, I'll grab like the other box, if able, in pattern. So for work, I'm going to use the retro computer, and then for reading, I'll grab this stack of books. Work and read. That's everything for this portion. Second part of Tuesday, I'm going to use a little thing to mark that I did some baking. I called my father. I went on a walk. And I did watch some YouTube. Okay, so for baking, I'm going to use the mixer from the mini icons sheet. Then for talking to my dad, I'm going to use the smartphone icon. And then for going on a walk, I'm going to use the sneakers from the doodle. And then for watching YouTube, I'm going to use the YouTube laptop from the doodles. Okay. I think I didn't make myself a baking script, but that's fine. I'll just use the cook. It's whatever. And then I did talk to my dad. For a walk, I'm just going to use the workout from the foil bundle, and it's going to be in font choice 5. And then I did watch a YouTube, so I'm going to grab a YouTube binge script from the custom multi in font 11. Moving on to Wednesday, it's going to be like the exact same setup in this box, which I low-key hate, but it's fine. We will use this as be driving Chris to work. I talked to my dad. I went to Target. And then I did some work. No, not using that. I want to use solid. Oh, we had a box casualty. It's all good. But I want it to look more like of the hot pink color. I love that shade of pink. It's so pretty. So for bringing Chris to work, I'm going to use the car icon from the mini icons sheet. I'm sure you guys are shocked. These mini icons, I swear to God, make my spreads. They're so good. Then for talking to my dad, again, I'm going to use the smartphone mini icon. There she is. And then for going to Target, I'm going to grab the shopping bag. And then for working, I'm going to grab a computer icon as well. And this shows you that the mini icons look, even though they're formatted for little things, they look great even on like a fancy label. So for dropping off Chris, I'm going to grab a Chris script here, and a with dad, and a Target, and then I'll grab a work. Boom. Into the next portion, I'm going to mark that I did do some reading. I did, in fact, do a little bit of reading. I went to the Riley Sager event, which was so exciting. It's one of those things where it's like kind of nerve-wracking meeting like your favorite author or somebody that you really like enjoy, because what if they end up sucking and then you now have to hate them? Happy to report back that that was not the case, but it's a little bit spooky. So for reading, I am going to use the other mini book icon that comes in the foil bundle. There are 2 of each icon that come in the foil bundle, if you were not aware. And then for the Riley Sager event, I'm going to use Lottie holding like the book stack. And then for getting to meet him, I'm going to put in like a heart icon from the mini icons sheet because I was so excited. So we're going to throw in a read. And then we're going to throw in the custom of Riley Sager event. And then a meet Riley. And that's the first half. We have moved into the second portion of today's programming. This to mark that we had a girls' game day. And then we went on an adventure to H Mart for lunch. So for the girls' game day, I'm going to use the meatball sticker from the Doodles. And then I'll use Lottie with her fork and knife to mark us going to H Mart. It was freaking so yummy. Girls' day, H Mart, boom, boom, boom. Then once we move down here, I will be marking that Andrea and I did a little bit of shopping, because would it be a day with us if we did not? Probably not. That's not the right color, but, yes it is. Yes it is, because that's technically the yellow color. Okay. Then I'm going to use a pink little thing for marking that we got ice cream. Basically, there's this one ice cream shop, and me and Andrea, we have so many like very weird things in common that like feel fake. One of them being, there's this specific ice cream, and it's literally called cake batter at this place here, but like back in Pennsylvania where she lived and back in New York where I lived, this ice cream was referred to as piece of cake, and it's yellow cake ice cream with yellow cake pieces in it, with chocolate fudge swirls. And she was talking about this ice cream one time, and I'm like, wait, are you talking about piece of cake? And she's like, oh my God, you know what it is? And it was also my childhood favorite ice cream. So we were like, wait, we got to dinner early, and so we were walking around, and she's like, oh, I wish we weren't going to, because we weren't going to dinner I think till like 7 or 8. And she's like, I wish we weren't going so late because I like really want an ice cream. And I was like, well, I mean, like, we could just get a scoop and share it. And she was just like, oh my God, yes. So we did go and share an ice cream, and it was scrumptious. It was like the perfect amount too, because we in fact are both lactose intolerant girls. So it worked out just very swimmingly for us to share it, because neither of us like had enough to really get too bad of a tummy ache. So it was really good. So that was that. And then we're gonna use this to mark working, and then I will use this to mark reading because I listened to audio while I was working, you know what I'm saying? So works out great. Work and read. Boom. Then I got McDonald's. Mickey Donald. And then I talked on the phone with Christy. Then we had game night. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. So, for getting McDonald's, I am going to use this Happy Meal. For talking to Christy, we're obviously going to use this phone. And then we made it all the way to Friday. This just shows you how good the like doodle samplers, both of them mixed with the scribblers, mixed with the mini icons. Like that combo, like, you barely even have to reach. But I do, in fact, need to reach now for something gaming related because we had many game nights this week, which honestly, good for the soul. Good for the fucking soul. We'll use this Meeple because it's literally the exact correct shade of pink. I'll grab a McDonald's script, a game night script. Oh my god, I think I'm going to be short a game night script, which is really unfortunate. We'll figure it out. Yes, and then we got my with Christy script. Cool. Then on Saturday, I will mark that I worked and that I did read while I worked. So for working, we're gonna grab the stickers sticker because I make stickers while I work, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll grab the headphones because I listened to some audio while I worked. Read and work. Okay. Then I did watch a bit of YouTube. I also, in fact, oh, I probably should have used yellow. It's fine. We got takeout. I'll use a big yellow box here and it'll be all good. The hood, it's literally fine. It's all fine. It's literally just stickers. Okay, so for watching YouTube, I'm gonna use the movie clapper icon from the mini icons sheet. For getting McDonald's, I'm gonna use the fast food icon from the mini icons sheet. And then for having another game night, I will grab this, I guess, like Lottie holding some cards. So I'm gonna grab the YouTube binge script, grab the takeout from the foil bundle, so that's gonna be in font choice 6. And I accidentally may have a D&D script and not another game night, so I'm just gonna put D&D. Did we play D&D? No, we played Magic or something, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we had a commander night. So it is what it is, and we are just rocking and rolling with it. I hate that this pattern is right here next to itself, but that's just the journey, okay? It's what we have to do. So for work, I'm going to use a planner sticker because I make planner stickers. And then that's going to be for reading, work, and read. And then I did prepare dinner. I talked to me Padre, and I had TV time, good old TV time. So for making dinner, I'm gonna use the cutting board icon from the mini icons sheet. For talking to my dad, I'm just gonna use, like with the date numbers, there's like a random heart sticker. I'm just gonna use that heart for talking to my dad. And then for watching TV, I'm gonna grab the big fat old Lottie with her TV. So we'll grab a with dad there. Don't need this anymore. I don't need any of this. It's gonna all get out of here. No, that's a lie. I still need this for my cook script. And then I'm going to use the TV Time from the foil bundle, which is going to be in font choice 4. And that's going to be all she wrote. That's everything for this week. Let me zoom on out, because we're quite zoomed in. And there you go. That is everything, friends. Let me know what you think down below. I think this came out absolutely stunning. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.